Bro, we are back. Sate's Block Party podcast coming at you. Adam joined here with my guy, one of my best friends, Ryan, aka Wolf.
What up?
And we already got shout out to our dude Michael in the chat with the $1.99 super chat. The goal
Thank you,
set
Mike.
for 10 super chats. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
Please.
Uh,
Subscribe has been slowing down a little bit, man. I know
so
y'all watching. Hit that subscribe button. Just hit it.
please, please subscribe. Like and subscribe if you're listening on anything else, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, what have you. 5 stars, like, follow, all that. Um, Eddie said, want to try Cutwater, any Rex. Mango. Mango Cutwater. I'd also say like mango and lime are my favorites. Um, and like anything else other than that, like I don't really vibe with the best. But if you stick with the mango, you stick with the lime, they will not lead you astray. But we wanted to have this podcast. Saints had another training camp practice, paddock training camp practice. They have another practice tomorrow. That one's closed to the public. The media will be covering it. And then they have some this weekend, and then they come out next week out here to the West Coast to Los Angeles. And then they face the Chargers on the first preseason game on Sunday, which I will be in attendance at. But I think
It's on, baby.
it's on. There's football tomorrow. The Chargers will be taking on. I'm blanking on the team.
Lions.
There you go. Chargers will be taking on Lions in the Hall of Fame game tomorrow. So football will be back. But the reason I wanted to for us to have this episode is there's a lot of conversation
Yes.
going on. Our Discord has been ablaze all day.
All day.
All day. Also, before we get into this, can I just make a comment that our dude, Chris, talking about saying that like he hides the McDonald's app, hashtag white wealth, he hides the McDonald's app because it's embarrassing,
What?
is the absolute most insane and fat phobic thing. One of the most fat phobic things I think I've ever have have seen a person say.
I've never seen that before. Like, what?
Oh, I don't want people to know I'm using the McDonald's app because they think that I might be poor or they think I might like food too.
Like they go. I guess they go like judge you for like, oh, you eating? You know how many GMOs they put in that?
Or what? He's eating poor people food? Like Chris be telling himself all the time, bro. all the fucking time.
Just telling on himself. McDonald's. He just sneaking a quarter pounder.
Tell me the funny thing is, tell me why for breakfast this morning I used the McDonald's app and got a medium iced coffee and
Yeah.
a McMuffin this morning for breakfast, bro.
Man, I missed them frappes, bro.
Bro,
That was just the old diabetes thing I had. I had
bro,
to stay off of.
bro. But when they first came out though, bro.
I was getting the large one, boy. I get that warm cookie. Get the warm cookie. Oh,
Oh, this nigga was fat, nigga. And the cookie, bro. Nigga was having a frappe and a cookie, nigga.
bakery's just like
like Spider-Man with the train, nigga. Just
bakery's couldn't take it no more.
that's why your ass almost died at that Texas game.
That's why I was seeing freaking blurry, brother.
Anyhow, um, anyway, So let's actually talk about this. Like it's just this has been just such an interesting conversation. And on one hand, there's a part of me that says like it's just what training camp practice 6, maybe
Right.
seven,
Gotta keep
6.
reminding it, man. It's just day 6.
But then
But
there's another part of me that's also it, it's the process. I think that
mhm.
I don't it's confusing and I guess let's just get into it, right? I don't because sometimes we kind of like kind of teen and just got into it a little later. No, we go. This is. We got to start at the beginning. So, Jake Hayner, because this is like the rotation that Kellen told the guys the rotation is going to be. Jake Hayner got snaps with the ones today
A lot of them.
again, a lot of them, and at some point, and I tried to not make the title of this episode too clickbaity. But
Hmm.
literally, what I said was, "Will Shough be quarterback 3 and Rattler quarterback 1?" And the reason I titled it that way wasn't really to be clickbaity, because at this point, if you again, it's practice number 6, but if you are reading between the tea leaves, at some point you may start to see like a picture of either Shough isn't going to be ready. Like I'm having I'm having the question, and Bobby Aber had a great hit with Mike Detillier um, on WWL, but I'm starting to have a question like, is Shough going to even be quarterback 2? Like, is he going to be backup? Like
It's a
that's where
legitimate question.
I don't know right now.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think the coaching staff knows right now. But I think, like you say all the time, you pay attention to the actions. Like the teams will tell you what they do by their actions. Not whatever they say in the presser doesn't matter. Look at the actions. Right now, he's QB3, bro. Like even if you just look at total throws done in camp, 7-on-7s and team, he's
Shout out
QB3.
to shout out to Ross Jackson for
Ross
keeping
Jackson, he keeping a whole tally on that.
uh
Louisiana Sports. I'm a
I
butcher.
have
Sorry.
so Hank so Rattlers had the most thus far, 71.
Mhm.
Behind them, Hayner's had 63. Shucks had 50. The reason that's why that's and people can talk about, oh, why are people keeping up with like statistics during training camp? When you draft a rookie quarterback in the second round, it's a very noticeable thing that that quarterback has had the least amount of throwing reps in training camp
So far,
in a 3-man quarterback competition. That's noticeable.
yeah, it is. Like I don't know, like I don't know what else to say. Like it's just noticeable. And I just when like the first time a couple of days ago when they gave Hayner 1 snaps, I was like, don't love it, but okay. Like I get it. You're trying to be fair. You're trying to say, look, I'm giving everybody an opportunity. I get that. Okay,
Right.
cool. Then the day it was just like it was a reaction across the board. Like it wasn't just like us. It was even
Mm-mm.
Greg Rosenthal. Like, why? Like,
Why?
what are we doing here? Like, what exactly is the thought process here? And that's what I've just been trying to figure out. Like, what's the thought process? Is the thought process equality? Like, are we trying to just make sure everybody is just given equal opportunity to succeed? Or is it, I got to evaluate my offense and I have to put the people out there that I could best evaluate my offense, you know, all along while also evaluating the quarterback position. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't know the answer to that, but I'm leaning to that one. Like I'm leaning there when you watch Shough who it has not played bad. Like I don't want to like
Right.
I don't want to put out there like he's just man, this dude just been sucking out there. He's just looking trash. No, that is not the case. He's made some nice throws. He's made some
Yep.
nice plays. He's done some nice things. But as far as like the what Kellen calls the operation, and just going through all the little things that a quarterback has to do, and just making the reads, hitting the right throws at the right time, stuff like that, and executing. I don't think he's there yet. Yet.
Right. Right.
And you also evaluate the offensive line. You evaluate wide receivers. You evaluating pass catch running backs. Running backs. You evaluate the defense. Like you evaluating all of that. And in order for you to really get a good picture of that, you have to have like a quarterback doing like quarterback things. You know what I'm
Those. Right.
saying? So I think that might be the reason you see more Hayner than you think than we all thought we would see more. We thought Hayner would be like, okay, cool, we're gonna get some steps, but he's like penciled in as the backup, put it to the side. But nah, man, he's been getting real snap. And look, I would say this about Hayner: as much as we talk about him, he's like one of the perfect practice quarterbacks. Like
Yes.
the dude, like he's probably more knowledgeable than Rattler, just from like knowing everything that's going on. Um, and he gets the ball out pretty quick. He sees everything. So like he's just a perfect practice quarterback to have. You know what I'm saying? The problem is I hope that doesn't start fooling the coaching staff and thinking that's what you're gonna see come game day, because come game day we've seen it like in 2 years of preseasons and in like
Right.
regular
In
season games.
preseason.
That's just it's like he's just not that gamer. Like he's not.
You hit on it perfectly because I quote tweeted. So like I think Doug Moten put out like Shuck didn't get like zero team reps, and then like it turned out like he did, but then there was like some miscues and what have you. But I quote tweeted his tweet saying like this is bad coaching, right? But then I came back to that tweet and then went back and said actually like conversely, it making that actually be bad coaching, it could just be more of an indictment on Shuck that maybe just the coaching staff maybe just sees him more like he's not ready and he's more kind of slotted in that quarterback three role, which in a way it's not going to sound crazy, but in a way I would respect that accountability because that tells me, listen, this guy, like we like him, we drafted him, but even though we drafted him at pick 40 and where we drafted him, how high we drafted him, if we're not seeing that he's ready, at least we can own that and not kind of, I won't say double down on it, but we're not just going to put him out there just to put him out there because we've seen the Saints. It happens all over the NFL, but we've seen the Saints do that because of who the player is, whether it be free agency, especially in the recent years since
Oh
Sean
yeah.
has left. So for because I think we are kind of seeing that the coaching staff is really rolling with Rattler, rolling with Hayner, like we're saying to get an idea to be able to see the offense be functional, and but that's but then it goes into like the whole processing of like how Shuck was kind of presented in the draft process. That's a whole different conversation.
Right.
But I respect it if that's kind of them owning that and saying like, hey, this guy he may need more time to develop than we thought he did based on what we saw. Um, and that takes accountability and humility that we didn't see under the Dennis Allen regime. We just didn't see that at all.
That's true.
Now, fans aren't gonna like it because then it's
No.
gonna be like, why the fuck did you waste the 40th overall pick on a quarterback when you? I get it, like, and we can that can be an argument to the cows come home if you know he doesn't get a lot of potential playing time. And again, this is training camp practice 6, so but that does take a lot of balls to do. Like to be like, hey, he was drafted 40th overall, but he's not ready. That does take some balls to do that.
Yeah. No, no question. It really does. And it's probably. I just wonder if they just kind of recalibrating as they go along. Because and also keep in mind we only see like the morning practices. They
Right.
also have like a developmental period
Hmm.
after practice, and like in the daytime they do some stuff. So it could be a thing where it's like, look, we need to devote more time to his development versus team time, because during team time we are evaluating the team. We are installing
Team.
a new scheme. We are installing a new offense, new defense. We got to make sure all this is right because the season is coming. You know what I'm saying? Where we can't just, hate to say the word, spoon feed or babysit or whatever, but we ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that's just the way the NFL is set up now as far as development. Like I was watching uh I forgot the name of the show, but Matt Flynn and those guys, they got that podcast,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
they talked about how, like, pre 2011 CBA, like
Oh
Mike
yep.
McCarthy used to put together like
Hmm.
a QB school during the off season. Like you learned you started like at quarterback 101 early in the off season, and you just built, and learned like everything about the quarterback position, and they really like developed the quarterback position, which is like that's a Green Bay thing. That's the thing that's been a part of
Yep.
Green Bay for forever. That's why they're always rolling out different quarterbacks, and you just don't have the time to do that anymore. Like you just don't. You know what I'm saying?
Which is
Um,
why, which is it seems little, bruh. It seems little, but like that cancel that mini camp practice. But it that's why it upset me, bruh. Because of that.
right.
Because of like the lack of the reps that coaching staffs gets with players, especially quarterbacks. It's like, bro, like this guy got 28 goddamn starts in college. Like
And that's
he
another
need
thing. Yeah, and that's another flip side to this is like on one part you're like, man, shouldn't he be getting more reps then? Like, shouldn't he be getting as many reps as possible in camp to get him developed? Or is it something where you see like, okay, it doesn't matter how many, if you give him a bunch of reps, but you
mm,
don't have like the baseline things in order, does it even matter to get the
right,
reps? Like if you don't have that foundation in place, you know what I'm saying? It's like jumping from, you know, like a higher level advanced math when you haven't really got the basics of, algebra or trigonometry or
right.
whatever, or calculus down first. You know what I'm saying? He's still at that level, so let's get him down at that level. The problem is he was sold as he had all of that covered. You know what I'm saying? Like
There it is.
that's the problem. And at some point we got to move past how he was sold. Like, okay, he was sold
Because
this
that's not
way.
that doesn't fall on him. That's more
Right.
on the team, and that's
Exactly.
on the draft media.
Exactly.
Um, let's see. Drew said Kellen Moore does seem to have some sort of plan, whereas Dennis Allen did not. Allen did even went back to the well, back to a well that helped fail him first go around as a head coach with Carr as his quarterback. That is true. That man was just trying to
Anything, bro.
anything, bro. Like just trying to save my job.
No plan. Like no
No.
plan whatsoever. No
Um,
plan.
it was very interesting. I would highly recommend listening. You posted in our Discord. Highly recommend listening to the Bobby A Bear, his hit on WWL, talking about how he could see the path going very similar to how the Patriots did it last year with Jacoby Brissett, and Drake May were kind of Spencer's put out there for the first maybe few weeks of the season as kind of like sacrificial lamb, like go out there and take those hits, buddy. Like
Yeah.
week 1 Cardinals, week 2 San Francisco, week 3 Seattle. I think week 4 is the Bills. Like that's a tough stretch.
Mhm.
Um, and see how maybe see how the team's doing in those first 4 weeks, and depending on there, maybe Shuck gets in there week 6, week 7. I think the thing that's important, because I think kind of getting to the Drew comment, like Kellen Moore does have a plan, and it all goes back to the big thing for me is with Shuck, they need they need to know what they have in him at some point. Because we were talking about this last year with last year's rookies, right? Like with the rookies last year, even when Rizzy was interim head coach, it's like you have Jalen Ford, you have Christian Boyd, all these young players. Like it'd be nice to know what we have in them going into like next year, and then they just got no playing time. Very similar to Tyler Shuck, you have a very impressive quarterback. Whoever declares it doesn't declare it. Like next year's quarterback class is going to be impressive, and they need to know what they have in Tyler Shuck, um, good or bad, to be able to have an evaluation on him. So that's going to be crucial for the season. Period.
Crucial, bro. Like, and like I have joked about it, like like earlier today, like man, what it's gonna be crazy when Tyler Shuck is like inactive week one.
The the
That is
the
a half joke. I'm a half joking.
the tweets, Wolf. The tweets. Because you say it's a half joke. At this point, I feel like that's like a 70 to 75% reality from happening right now.
Yeah, right
Like
now,
it's not even
like right now.
like it's not even a half joke to me. Like that's like just based off of everything from camp so far, that feels like 70 to 75% like a likelihood to happen.
And that's just how it feels right now. And again, it's right now.
Right
'Cause
now.
I was
Right
trying to
now.
go back and look at like other quarterback training camps from like other teams and stuff. It's hard to find articles, but there usually is a point where the quote unquote light comes on. You know what I'm saying, for rookie quarterbacks. You know, it does take a while. You know what I'm saying, and I do think we should give Shuck the grace to
Yes.
have that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he has that point. Even today, I noticed like he was getting the ball out just a little bit better. It was still not there where you want to see it, but he was just making the throws a little bit better today. And I think it could be a process like that where okay, maybe a week from now, maybe we need out in California, or maybe the week after that, where you start seeing Shuck perform a little better. Start processing things a little better and stuff like that. And so, and that would change the calculus on everything. Not saying that that'll make him a starter week one, but then it's like, okay, we're moving to the point where we can start preparing him to
Right.
eventually start at some point. But right now, I just don't think starting him is like not in the equation right now. Right now, it's like let's get him understanding the NFL quarterback game. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like let's get him to that point. Because as we've said many times on this show, playing quarterback is hard.
Hard, bro.
It's very
Go watch
difficult.
quarterback. Just go watch quarterback, bro. Good lord, it's hard.
It's so difficult. And like Lance Moore, made the point on the Saint Squad show with Ross and John Hendricks and boy Dylan that open in college is just completely different than open in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Guys have like yards of separation in college. In the NFL, you're talking about you know this much space. That's open. Like that's
Right.
open. Like, and a lot of times you got to do that before you see it. You got to do it with a guy's just before he's making his break, because you got a pass rush coming and you got this
Mm-hmm.
going on and that going on. So it takes a lot to be a good quarterback. Look, Spencer Rattler went through it last year. Like it took him some time to just really get going in the first training camp, and then you started seeing it click after like week two, week three. Then was it the first preseason game? He kind of had some up and downs,
No,
or
he
was
had
it
a
he had a
it,
good preseason game that first one, right?
yeah, and then he got dinged up. He had like an injury and played not the greatest against the 49ers.
He didn't play great
And
against. I remember that I was like, ooh.
and then he bounced back after that and played
Then he
well
bounced
against
back.
the
The
car
Titan
the yeah, Titans.
Titans, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where you got to let it play out. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Shuck in the Chargers game, bro. I would not be surprised. Or if you
You
do, like fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, you think that Rattler and Hayner might like get majority of the snaps next
That's how
Saturday
I
or
feel
Sunday?
today, bro. That's how I feel today. I really wouldn't. It really wouldn't shock me if they don't roll out Shough yet. And I see. I think that would shock a lot of people, but it wouldn't shock me. I just don't think he's there yet.
Oh boy, the social media streets would be hot, nigga.
Hot, bro. Hot.
Hot.
Hot, bro. Hot. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong. I'm open to being wrong, but it's just like, man. And then like even not today, was it yesterday where they had like the walkthrough, and Rattler was like the one in the walkthrough. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like, and Rattler has never been the three. He's been either the two or
No.
the one. Now Shough has been a three a couple of times. Hayne has been a three a couple of times, but Rattler has never been a two. I
Like
mean, never
the
been a three.
three. I think that means something, bro.
Yeah,
Um. So we briefly talked about kind of Rattler had it's the gunslinger in him. He had another and it's it's so funny.
every day. You got to pick every day, bro.
He had like that the good deep pass on 707 to Dixon, and I quote
Mm.
tweeted it, and I was like, oh, I hope this gets better because his deep passes his deep pass accuracy last season was like not great, and then like maybe like I don't know 15 20 minutes later gets an interception by Quincy Riley, which is Quincy Riley's second
Second
interception
interception.
in training camp. Um, that's what comes with him. That's what he has to clean. He has to clean that up. Like
Yeah,
he has to clean that up. Um, Hayner, Hayner had some good throws. Rattler had some good throws. I think when all is said and it's again it's camp practice 6. I do think when all is said and done, just depending how things go, but if you know all said and done, I do think Rattler probably ends up starting week 1 against the Cardinals. We'll see. Um, but his greatest advantage is his decisiveness and him getting out, being able to kind of his essentially like his processing and being able to getting the ball out quick and where to go with the ball.
exactly. That last part, especially like you just watch. I was just watching the whole training camp earlier, and I just like the way he sees the field. He sees the whole field now. Which he didn't at times last year as a rookie. But you could tell he sees the whole field. He knows where the check down is, where the downfield pass is. I like the way he moves. Like even when he moves in the pocket, it looks like he's scrambling. He's scrambling to throw, and his eyes is just downfield. Like he's keeping his eyes downfield as he's moving, and he knows where everybody is as he's moving. I just like the way he's playing, man. Not perfect. Had the interception, but for the most part, it's been clean. If he could just string a couple of days together without like an interception,
Mm-hmm.
like he might be perfect, bro. Like it's like just
Yeah.
like a flawless execution, man. And like once they get the whole thing operating together better, like as far as just the offensive line communication, which I thought was better today, just from reports and from what I saw, it looked like just a much cleaner operation. Trevor Penny had like a nasty false start when they were doing like the 1 minute 30-second hurry up. He had like a nasty false start. I thought he played well today, other than that, but
It seems like
he
he
got
is transitioning really seamlessly to left guard. Like after
oh
like
yeah.
we talked about it last week without the pads on. That's why we said like, hey, wait till the pads come on. Like because
Hmm.
Trevor is like the type like you gotta like pads got to come on for Trevor.
Gotta
Like
come on, bro. He won't put his hands on you, and he do.
yeah,
And plus he's not dealing with all the space that he had to deal with out there on the edge and stuff like
right.
that. So it's just better for him. He might not be like the greatest guard ever, but I think he's gonna be fine. I think he's gonna be fine, bro. Like and just seeing him talk today, man, he just glowing. He just looked happy.
Flowing, bro.
Just confidence is back and all that stuff. So I think he's gonna be all right.
Bajan with his terrible question: preferred week 1 starter, Hayner or Kellen Moore? I'm not even entertaining that.
Bye, bro.
Not even entertaining that. Uh, speaking to keep it on the theme of the O line, um, I really like the continued positive reports from Kelvin Banks Jr. at
Yeah,
left
man.
tackle. Uh, wish this team like Banks is probably going to be at best like maybe like a Pro Bowl left tackle if he like really hits. Maybe he might get an All Pro if he like really hits. Like it just like the juice is just.
Oh,
But that said, him working out, Fuaga working out, this line should be good, man. Like
gotta be good, man.
it got to be good. It should be borderline great if we're being completely honest. It should be borderline great.
Only one holding it from being great is old 51 over there.
That shield doesn't belong to you.
Take that shit off. 51.
Someone had an interesting question, which I think is a little hyperbole, but I'll entertain it. What if Rattler have a good season? What will y'all do at quarterback spot going forward? I would probably still, with this, I mean, with the talent in the next year's draft class coming up, depending on where they're picking, I would still probably add a quarterback in the draft because like the talent in next year's draft at quarterback is immense. It truly is immense.
Like when we say a good Rattler season, I'm thinking like give me top 20-ish QB play. Like that's a really good Rattler season for me.
Like,
but there's
like
also
Mac,
not enough to
like
pass
Mac Jones,
on.
like Mac the stand like it's like the one we always throw at Mac Jones rookie season.
Mac Jones rookie season. Give me that. But that's not enough for me to bypass. But it depends how the draft goes. You know what I'm saying? Like where we fall in the draft. Are we picking like 7th or 8th? Are we picking 2nd or 3rd? Like those are two big differences. Yes, you could possibly trade. Who knows how that works and stuff like that. But I wouldn't bypass quarterback. It's an
No.
interesting situation, bro. Like I can't. Like okay, like the Titans took Will Levis in the 2nd round.
Yeah.
And then they stuck with him the next year.
Yes.
They rolled him out, and then this year they went and got Cam Ward. It's did the Titans have a 1st-round pick? Not this past draft, but the year before, like the big quarterback draft.
Yeah, they drafted Alabama guy. It's offensive line from Alabama. I'm linking on.
Oh yeah.
Wayne, you should be able to tell me who this is.
Why didn't they take a
JC Latham?
Why didn't they take a quarterback?
Because the GMs that they thought they had the guy in Will Levis, so they could have had I think they could have had Penix or they could have had JJ McCarthy. They could have had Bo Nix. If I'm remembering the draft, I might be remembering the draft order incorrectly. They bypassed on all of them. They stuck with Will Levis and drafted J.C. Latham. Like that just goes to show you like in a very impressive quarterback crop. Like they said we had our guy, and we need to protect him. So, maybe I had my draft order wrong, but they bypassed on the quarterbacks for an offensive lineman to protect Will Levis, and then the very next year the GM is gone.
Right. So it's just the same situation is going to be like it's hard to find like a similar team that's went through it in the past. I guess you could point out the Cardinals. When they took Josh Rosen
At 10
in the
overall.
1st round, and then the next year they was picking number 1 overall, and they blew up the coaching staff and went and got Kyler. I guess it's kind of similar to that, but it will be the same coaching staff. I would assume.
Yeah, that's probably as close as of a analogy that you're gonna get, even though like the rounds are different and things like that. But in terms of like that's probably as close as you're gonna get.
It's I don't know, bro. It's gonna be fascinating. I'm just interested to see how it all plays out. Because like we keep saying, it's day 6. So just how this whole thing plays out. Then after the Chargers game, what changes up? What change ups do they make? Like, what will they find out? What will they walk away from thinking? Walk away from the Chargers game thinking? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what if they're all
Um,
bad? Like, what if just all three of the quarterbacks just bad? That's a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
Kirk Cousins in Atlanta trying to
Bro, we trade for Kurt, bro.
Mickey. Mickey said, "I got." Could you imagine if they invested a fourth overall pick in Tyler Shuck and then turn around and trade for Kirk Cousins, bro?
Oh, and that Juwan Johnson got hurt today. Sounds like it's gonna be short though. But
It literally was on my radar yesterday. I was just, and I don't know why it came to me. But it came to me because I was like, I was just thinking in the season, but I was like, man, y'all realize like if something happens to Juwan in the season, like there's like literally no tight ends behind. There's like literally no
nothing.
tight ends behind him.
Like
None.
we don't know where Taysom at as far as like his recovery. No idea.
Taysom,
Dallin Hoken said, "I'm good."
good. Noah Fant still on his hashtag food tour. It came, like, so hopefully it's minor with Juwan, but for a team that has invested so little in getting better like offensive weapon, I guess adding offensive weapons, they can't afford anything. Like they can't afford injuries anywhere. And
Anywhere, bro.
it's such a weird thing because we've had this conversation with like about Mickey before because like last year the whole conversation was like injuries, but it was like because the depth was bad. And I feel like the team that they're rolling out, at least from like the weapon perspective, if Rashid Shaheed is having an amazing training camp, Chris Olave, a fantastic training camp, Brandon Cooks is a good wide receiver three. Any of those wide receivers go down, like they're relying on Mason Tipton to step
And,
up.
and he making a team, bro. Mason
Oh,
Tipton making
bro,
a team.
he is locked. Put it in pen, put it in Sharpie. He is locked to make. But the funny thing is, like, he's locked for like Spencer Rattler
Yeah.
to make the team, but like anyone else is like,
Now
but like
him and Smith be cooking, boy.
cooking. That's what I'm saying. But like anyone else is like, oh, maybe. That's the thing. It's like, and like he's he's not our favorite. We have him both blocked. But if you listen to like Jeff Duncan in one of the, I think the reports or articles he put out, he said like the Saints was like had been like begging Keenan Allen to like come, and Keenan been like,
Which
I'm good.
which is understandable. Like if you Keenan Allen, it's like, why in the world? Like I don't need money that bad.
Anyhow, I feel like this podcast has been a little. Let's try to lift it up.
Lift it up.
We do need to do our yearly, our annual, what all could go positive, and what all could go wrong podcast. I feel like we could put that in all one episode. So we still need to do our annual episode on that because we do that every year. I do feel overall pretty good about the offensive line. If they have an injury, that happens across the league. But overall, the starting offensive line, I feel good about. I think they'll be good. Okay, whoever the quarterback is, I think they'll be good. We've talked about this before, but it really does seem like the defensive line is improved. I think they'll be better as a whole. Gottschall seems like he's the dude in the middle. Chase Young, big creep on the edges. You said it. Here's a question I know I just said about being positive. Is 5-5 making the team, Wolf? 5-5. Does 5-5 make the team?
I don't see it, bro. And this is me removing all bias. Oh, I know we've joked on Foskey for years. I've watched all these training camps, and I've looked at 55 like I'm watching him. I'm like, show me something, bro. Show me something. and he has done nothing, bro. I mean, not only that, it's just not good. Like not good football. Like missing assignments, running backs getting by him. I don't see the effort. Like the effort looks poor to me. Like I don't see how he makes the team. I don't see how those coaches watch him and like just say like, yeah,
Yeah, because it's like to make like if when you're a fringe player to make the team, you have to have a coach like who's like pounding the table. Like, no, he could
right.
like
He
who
does
kind of
this, he does that, man. But special teams, he could do like he don't do nothing on special teams, bro. Now maybe he might get the maybe because the depth, like maybe the depth won't be there or something. So he just kind of gets there just because they don't have it. Like I'm trying to see what Fadil Diggs does. I haven't really seen much from him. I mean, he's a 7th round pick, so it's like I don't know. If you get anything, that'd be a shock. But I don't know about 55, bro. But other than that, like I even say this about Cam Jordan, bro. I know Cam Jordan. We be like, oh Lord, Cam, like, bro, just go on the greener pastures and go away. I like how he's played, bro. Like I like how he's played. He's been running with the twos for the most part. They got him playing out wide. He's moving well, bro. He's playing with energy. I just love the energy he plays with. Just as like a 15 years, bro. You you're
it's
15 and he just
crazy,
out
bro.
there. He out there just playing with energy and passion. So I do like seeing that. I appreciate that from him. And I think he might give us a little something this year, maybe a little something. Granderson's been great. Granderson, Granderson came with it on his mind this year, bro.
Mm.
Now, how would all that play out in the season? Like, what does that mean? We getting double-digit sacks and stuff like that? I don't know. I got to see how the defense play out. I just got to see. I got to see it all come together. But I like the defense, bro. I like Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Kool-Aid, bro.
Like
Kool-Aid.
he been locked in, playing in a defense he familiar with. I like the way Kool-Aid playing, bro. I really do.
Um, it's funny because he had a presser today talking about it just I'm not a football savant. I will completely 100% put that out there. But I've also I'm enough of a football sicko to know enough about football, and so like I said last week, there's so many similarities in terms of the scheme
Oh
of
yeah.
him playing in the Nick Saban defense at Alabama,
Hmm.
almost not identical, but super similarities into Brandon Staley's defense. And so he literally said that like he feels very comfortable in this defense because it's a lot of what he played at Alabama.
Yep.
And so it's not surprising that he is so like we talked about last week. I think it was last week that in this Brandon Staley defense, it's very like okay, if this receiver does this, or if the split is this,
Yep.
that's how intricate the defense is. It's
Yeah.
like if the split is this, if the formation is this, you got to do this. I got to do this. He already has that kind of built-in knowledge because he
Hmm.
played with it so much at college, and so it's not surprising to me that he's taken to this defense like a hand in glove. Like it's not surprising to me at all.
No.
Um, he's he's going to get tested very early out the season. He
Oh
has
yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. You know, week 1, and we'll see how Brandon Staley does it. Like we don't know if he's going to follow, if it's going to be just sides. We don't know. I need whatever it is. I need Alante to stay near the line of scrimmage or to stay in the slot.
I mean that move Olave put on him today, bro. Good God. And like I'm not even gonna kill Alante for it
Alante for it. I
because
don't
like it
know
was
more. I don't know what I don't. There's not a lot of corners in the league that
like he put on a move where he saw that outside leverage and he just bent it back and just it was like, how did you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like how did you get that separation just like that? You know what I'm saying? I you know, but Alante, like I'm not
keep
buying the outside corner thing,
keep
bro.
him
I'm
out.
just not.
Keep him out the
Can't
outside.
sell me on that, bro. You just can't
Keep
sell it to me, man. Keep getting quick. Quincy Riley, I need you to, keep getting those interceptions. Hopefully not on Rattler, but I'm just saying, like, just keep making plays, bro. Keep making them plays, man. Because I like Quincy Riley.
I do too. Um, Running back. It seems like
It's a log jam, bro.
complete log jam, complete log jam. Don't
I'm
know.
down on I'm down on Devin Neal though. God, he dropped a pass today. I was like, he just I'm not feeling Devin Neal, bro. Not feeling him. Maybe he shake back in a preseason game or something, but like every time I see him, he fumbling the ball or he's just not doing nothing that's impressing me. Like even Velus Jones out there doing something today. Doing something. Like just
Like I
show me
said,
something.
O to the
Kendra
big
looking
T's.
good. Kendra
Listen, I'm
still
giving,
looking good, bro.
bro. As long as he's healthy up to this point, bro, I'm giving Kendrick props, bro. You can clap for me.
Kendra made it to day 6, baby. Still out here.
I need Kendra to get through the Chargers game, and then so when the Chargers game happens, which is next Saturday or so, next weekend,
Sunday. Yeah.
whatever the practice is after the Chargers game, I need him to be at that practice.
We gonna have a party, like we gonna celebrate it. Like
That's the bookmark. That's the bookmark, bro. If he can get to that practice after the Chargers' first preseason game, we popping bottles, bro.
Popping bottles. We both cracking a cut water and everything. Like he has made it through a game and he's available the next practice. Did
it. We did it, Joe. Louisiana said, I'll give Alante credit. He's fast. Like that don't help him when he's in trail position.
He is not slow. I don't remember what his time was, but like he's not slow, but he has a tendency. I don't know if it's like this build up speed. He has a way where he looks slow, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like I don't know if it's like, because like when he gets beat, it's over. There's no recovery.
Bro, it's over.
Like once he's beat, it's done. Like just wrap it up.
It reminds me similarly of Patrick Robinson.
Exactly. That's a perfect one. Because when Patrick Robinson got beat, it was beat. Like it was like, like that's what made Lattimore so. I'm sorry, but that's what made Lattimore so great. Like even sometimes when he get beat off the line, his recovery speed and like ball tracking
in his prime,
yeah,
elite, bro,
elite,
like, special. Vanderbrosi said, yeah, I think Yadam starts outside beginning of the year, and by the end of the season, it'll be Quincy. We'll see. Like I think that CB2 battle is wide open.
Wide open.
Could be Rico. Rico might be still in the mix too. We'll see. Louisiana, when he gets beat like that in the Chargers game, he got beat by Lat. Yeah, I was there. Yes. I remember it very.
That's not a matchup I ever want to see on a line. That's just that.
Bro, I don't see. Okay, so in 2 games in LA, I've seen Alante against Ladd in person. I've also seen Alante against Cooper Kupp before, like a Wash Cooper Kupp in person, and also Puka in that game, and he got benched. Hashtag I'm good.
Good, bro.
Keep him near the line of scrimmage and in the slot, please. Please.
It looked like Blackman is starter now. Like
there's no competition. There's no competition.
He is starter now.
Can we? I know I said positive.
He can't help it.
Can we talk about like maybe the lack of buzz from Sanker and Vernon Broughton thus far in training camp?
I haven't heard nothing about Sanker, bro. Like nothing. I don't know what to say. And Broughton, he's just doing like a lot of dirty work stuff, like the very non-flashy stuff. And he's playing with like third team. I saw him with the ones like a couple times, but like today he was with the third team. So I don't know. I would love to see like the one-on-ones, video of the one-on-ones to see how how he did in there. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Like Christian Boyd just kind of buried. So it's like,
Is Jalen Ford back from injury?
yeah, he playing, bro. Like
Uh,
he with the second team. I think he's with the second team. I want to say him and Nephi
okay.
getting a lot of reps. I mean, nothing that I've noticed from him though. Like they're not standing out. Ford's not standing out. Nephi he flashes some, which he tends to do. Um, but Ford, no. It's those drafts, bro. Like, oh, those drafts. This is how you become a bottom tier team, bro. You know, you got to build. You got to build your team through the draft, man. Got to. If you don't hit on those picks, you're not going to hit on all of them. You're not going to hit,
No,
but you got to hit on some of them. You got to hit on
some.
some of them, bro.
Anything else from training camp?
Nothing crazy. I thought AK got a lot of work today, and he looked good. Like,
Mm.
kind of like I don't need to see anymore. Like I'm seeing enough. Just put him to the side. Keep him healthy. Like ready to go. He good to go. Like I'm good. Um, I don't know, bro. Like just gotta let this play. Tight end, Movado making some plays today, bro. We need him. We need Movado.
Need as many contributors offensively as they can get.
And you know, like as far as like Kellen Moore, I'm still trying to figure him out. As far as like, I did notice they did like a longer practice today.
Mm.
Like they just went longer, and I think you're gonna see that ramp up. And there's been a lot of talk about how players are loving what he's doing. They loving like him and Tim Rad, what they put together as far as like just the whole the practice plan and their body upkeep and all that stuff. I'm just interested to see how that plays out. I'm interested to see the results. Like, what does this team look like week 1, week 2, week 3,
Right.
as far as like just being ready, playing
Ready.
physical,
Yeah.
ready to go. Like, all this sounds good. I love that. Knock on wood. I know there's been like the Juwan injury today. I think JT Gray, but most not no hamstrings, no
Yeah.
guys, hell, like, it's the healthiest camp I've seen in years. Again, knock on wood. I'm, I got a Bible right here. I'm holding on to this Bible. Like, please, no jinx. But,
Please.
I don't know if that is a result of how they're approaching this camp, but it's good to see that. It's for a team that
Right.
was as beat up as it was last year. But I'm interested to see, will that cost them in other areas? Like, will that
Mm.
cost them in being ready, being physical? Because other
Physical.
teams going hard camp. They going super hard. The Lions, the Ravens, the Steelers, the
Steelers.
Chiefs, they go hard. You know what I'm saying? Don't know. I'm not going to give a judgment on it yet, but I'm just keeping my eye on it.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. Um, I'm trying to think if I had anything else. I don't think I really did. It's gonna be like it's it's just a gonna be a very interesting, fascinating team to see how it plays out. And there's gonna be it's
And
gonna be a
then
roller
seeing
it's gonna be a
them
roller coaster.
arch throws coming out, and throws from Arch.
When I saw him
Oh,
throw
threw
that
that
ball,
ball. Boy.
it is arched, bro.
Because I'm sorry, that's just gonna be hanging over the season, the whole season, bro.
All season, bro.
Not just Arch, but some of the other quarterbacks coming out, but Arch in particular, just because of that connection.
Don't let the like Texas Longhorns like start out on on fire and like
On fire.
Arch playing well too, and the
And
Saints start
the
out.
Saints 5 will be 1-5, 1-6.
Nigga, oh my god.
Mm-hmm. We got, and then the team. I mean, Archie Manning is like basically a founding member of the Saints, damn near. Like, so They know
Archibald,
all of
nigga.
they know the insides and outs.
Archibald. It's it's gonna be fascinating.
What if like Archie, Archie whispered to Gail like, my grandson, if he think about coming out if y'all picking top of the draft, he want to play for y'all. Wonder what Gail doing like.
Like, better put Jake in that bitch, bro. better put Jake in that. Better put Jake in that bitch, bro. Anyway, this is fun. This is fun. We'll probably try to do another one maybe sometime because they have practice this weekend. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, we'll go this weekend or something.
We'll go this weekend and see how do another one. But we will be back this weekend talking more training camp practice and get back to it. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Please like and subscribe. If you're not a Patreon, please listen. Discord all day, been on fire, been just a blast, like a literal blast. Patreon.com/Slinks Block Party.
Just that alone will make it worth it.
Trust me,
Not to,
trust me.
not to mention all the other stuff you get. You just by coming $1 a month member,
That's
all
it.
kind of other stuff, adless episodes, come to meetups, Discord, all kind of stuff, man. But just the Discord alone is worth it, honestly.
It really is. But we will be back this weekend talking more Saints training camp, get you all up of all the happenings, what's going on with the Saints. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back this weekend. With that, we are out.
Peace.